Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. Looks like the mic is working. Good. Um, so this is day 2 or day 3 or day 2.5 of the M.I.A militia being created. Yesterday I went over creating a corporate advert. Today I got a bunch of little things that I wanted to post up. Um, we've had a couple people join the corporation from the good listeners. Got a couple other people who are working on creating characters. Um, and so I wanted to bring up the corporation channel, go over a few little updates there. I wanted to show you guys a little bit more of the bulletins that are out there. And then things you can do with that, as well as there is a spot within the corporation side where you can do polls within the corporation. So I'm going to set up a very basic poll within the corporation so that the current members, if they want to vote on that poll, they can. I've never done one of those before. So again, these videos are all about me trying things, and if I screw them up, we'll fix them in the future. Um, uh, Couple of things I'm just going to go ahead and do is I just want to thank everybody who has replied and gotten in touch with me. Got a couple guys who've actually given me a couple of pointers who aren't joining the corporation that I can make videos on the future. Um, One guy mailed me a great idea for using um, uh, ECM cruisers for breaking up gate camps. So while we can't do that obviously right now, I want to do a video on that because it's something I really have not done, and it incorporates a lot of what the corporation will be focused on is fleeting up, getting people together to try things that are new. Um, so obviously the characters need to skill up to that. Had one or two questions in regards to why the initial requirement for the corporation is for them to be brand new characters created after February 20th, 2023. There are so many reasons why I've done this. There are a few drawbacks to that. Obviously, we could bring on new characters that have been around for 10 years and producing a lot of different things. Um, I'm doing this on purpose for a lot of reasons that are both positive. I know there's a few negatives to it, um, but I'm going to be making up in corp videos to let people know different decisions or things that I've done. Um, as I said in the prior video, I'm trying to treat this as if it was a startup corporation in a way, which has been fantastic because it's kind of almost worked out that way. We've got a bunch of people, new characters who have no skills to do the startup corporation with an idea. We've got some guys on the outside who are giving us pointers, hints, and then we've had one or two people who've sent us a little bit of ISK to get us up and running. I am not looking for donations or anything like that right now. I actually just sent back a million ISK to one of the new corp members because we're not going to be taking in any donation ISK right now. The way the initial corporation is set up is for everyone to focus on their own individual getting up and running um, as characters so that they can be self-sufficient. There's a lot of other reasons why I had the prerequisite of these being brand new characters. To be very blunt and honest for it, this will be for a little while, probably until my character gets to an Omega status, which will be a couple of months. Um, and that will allow everyone to start off on the same footing. It does not limit people down the road of bringing on more of their characters, um, but it also allows everyone to start on this off on the same footing. There's a lot. I would love to list every reason why I'm doing that here, but that video would take too long. Trust me, I'm treating this as if I was starting my own corporation and in the real world, and So the one major, uh, let me put it this way. The major difference between starting a corporation in Eve and starting a corporation in the real world is in Eve, the only thing that you're investing is your time. Whereas in the real world, if I wanted to go out there and start my own corporation, I'd have to invest money and capital and things like that and have something that could produce. Um, and so that if it did fail, people would, uh, other people would be let down and lose that money and capital. Whereas right now, with this being a startup corporation, the only investment is other players' time as well as mine. There are a lot of other reasons, but that is the overarching reason to only having brand new characters into the account. I do have a structure for the future if we start allowing older characters in. Especially, I know a lot of the guys out there have multiple characters. I do. I want to bring on my other older characters at some point, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hold off on that until we get ourselves up and running. That said, let's get into messing around a little bit in here because if you haven't noticed, I have not been bugged right now by our matriarch, Maya. She is actually at the vet today. She is being having surgery to make it so she can't make babies. Um, and so I have to wait for her to come back. So I need to keep myself going. And so I'm going to jump in here, pull up the corporation screen here. Oh, before I do that, one little small thing that I noticed, and I don't know if all of these are different, but having created a Galente character, I don't know if each one of the oops, each one of the Corvettes that come along is a little bit different each. But I noticed that the Galente character, the Galente being focused on flying drones, allows you to fly two small drones, instead of one. Just a little nugget there. Every other one of the Corvettes that I've seen out there, you can only fly one drone versus two here. And I want to say there's more space in the cargo space. Might be wrong with that. So I don't know if it's not a big deal. It's a freaking Corvette. Who matters? But you know what? That's something. Um, and one thing I like, as if this helps any of the new characters, I like being able to fly two drones because when I'm doing some career missions or small missions to try to get things up and running, I don't want to invest a whole lot there. I just throw two drones into the ship and I can blow up all the bad guys while I'm doing the career mission. It saves me a lot of time. So, that said, let's jump into the corporation. Oh, crap. I'm out of coffee. I'll be right back. It shouldn't take very long. Because I cannot do corporation stuff without coffee. Uh-oh. Do, do. Okay, I'm back. There we go. Let's see here. So if you haven't noticed, I did have the politics sign up here. I am going to back out of there for just a second. We're going to go over to my corporation. We're going to go into bulletins. Now, I have a couple bulletins up here for the corporation, letting them know couple different things. I actually tried to do a little bit of an explanation here as far as why I'm requiring characters to only have um, uh, newly created characters for the corporation. If people come and go, if they decide this isn't what they want to do, it's very simple. Um, no harm, no foul. It's all good. Long story short, we're going to create a bulletin here. So what these bulletins are there's a couple different things that you can do to keep, in my mind, to keep contact with your corp members. You can obviously message them straight in. You can use your corp channel. You can also do a lot of other things, like sending out a corp email. And then you can use your bulletin board. Now, why is a bulletin board helpful? You can add and remove and edit these items just like a bulletin board. Also you can use Discord, that sort of thing. And I will give an update on Discord by the end of the day. I did do a little bit of update to the channel for the corporation. So maybe I'll do that in the next video. No, it doesn't matter. So bulletin boards are very nice because you can post them and it tells you the last time they were edited. So that if something new is up and going, like if there's an event that's happening, if there's anything that should be known, what I'm going to do is actually post a bulletin up here today with the tenants and rules that I talked about in prior videos. I'm just going to copy and paste that over from the Google Doc that I made the other day. This will be a living document that will be updated probably constantly because we're going to be bringing on new people, getting more input, things that they want, and what we can do. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do is create a new bulletin, add a bulletin, and then I'm going to type it in here as a title, corp tenants, and corp rules, because you have to have rules. I'm not a big rule monger, but I remember an old role-playing game we had. A guy turned to me and he said, "These games have rules," and you have to have rules. You have to have something there that guides people along the way that they are going to do. In every corporation, every guild, everything out there is going to have different rules, different things. So now I went over the initial tenets and rules the other day in the previous video. So I'm just going to copy and paste these out in here. There we go. And clean it up a little bit. The corp tenants, number 1, our individual bonds form our corp bonds. No donations to the corp, only to individuals, i.e. why I just gave back $1 million ISK. If somebody out there wants to donate to the corporation but not be part of the corporation, they just want to see what we're doing, you're more than welcome to. Let's see here. Second one, we will never measure ourselves to others. We want others to measure themselves to us. I talked about that the other day. Transparency, honesty, and reality. That is basically keeping me in line. Corp rules. This is long-term. There's a formation of the corporation council here, or quorum, or whatever you want to call it. And then we've got currently a 0.1. I'm going to change the 0.1 tax rate. 0.1. Only for the effect that we're going to probably keep it that way for a long time, unless I would like to keep that way for good, and find other ways to make ISK for the corporation. Those being corp holidays, or events, which is what we're going to be doing the poll about later on today. There could be other ways that people put into the corporation. I do have one thing that's going to be kind of a scavenger hunt that I'm looking forward to putting out there as a contest for everyone that will actually donate to the corporation, but it also gives back to those characters who those that participate in the scavenger hunt. And that will be down the road. I think it'll be a little bit of fun. I think you should have things like that for people, for them to give them something to do that isn't an event. It's something that they can just try to do a lot of. And then membership is accepted by leadership majority vote, i.e. me right now. Once we get over 21 members, then we'll have up to 3 members of leadership. And at that point, we can start voting on new people. But the first 20, I get to choose whether or not they get in. They're pretty much all in. Okay. Now, something you guys might be asking about is with a new corporation, how do you. Oh, um, security wise. One of the. Another reason, and there's a ton of them, another reason why I don't want anybody donating any ISK or anything to the corporation right now is if you aren't. Until we have that security locked down, I don't want anybody arguing or having an issue with doing different things in regards to ISK and things that are donated. There's so many positives of just keeping it simple at the beginning. Down the road, we can lock down Discords. We can lock down uh, once we uh, get an office, that sort of thing. I am currently working on an algorithm to create our first rental office, which would then become our first home station. And I'll probably be doing a video probably later on tonight or tomorrow in regards to that. I think it's very important what to do with that. Um, but in relation to just security wise, keeping it simple and is the simplest thing to do right now rather than getting into all sorts of other security measures once we get a little bit larger if we do. That said, we've now created a bulletin. I can go ahead and hit submit. Um, you'll notice it goes to the very top up here. Each one of these is time stamped. So we've got just a quick bulletin here for me. I can delete this. I've only had, there we go. So this is an old bulletin that I made the first day it started, where I just put out 2 invitations to people until we got the advertisement in. This bulletin is no longer valid, so I'm going to pull that bulletin off there. We're going to go ahead and delete that. There we go. Now we just got 2 bulletins up here. Now, like I said before, these are living documents. As more corp tenants, we come up with more corp tenants, we can put those in here. And more corp rules, we can put those here. And I'd like to keep this at the very top of all bulletins. So anytime a new bulletin comes up, we'll have to refresh this one. Just so we can always say that our rules and our beliefs are first and foremost. Then we got our details. Did anybody die recently? Ho-ho! There's some people that died. Oh, was that me? I think that was me doing some missions. So, stuff you can mess around with. Ship kills? Does it have anything there? No. Okay. I'm fine. So it shows the losses here 15 hours ago. So this was, I think, the mission where you have to blow yourself up to blow up a star base, and then this one was where you have to fight until you die mission in the career missions. So that said, I don't know how often this updates. Maybe it's once every 24 hours or downtime. No idea. So let's go and kind of talking fast here. We're going to do a poll. Let's see here. We got politics. Aha! Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Members. We got 5 members now, including myself, so that's pretty cool. We got applications, politics, assets, space lockdown. Now, where was... Here's sanctionable actions. No. Details. Okay, sorry. Am I missing something here? Politics? Votes? Aha! So under politics, proposing a vote. So you can create a vote for all corp members to vote on. I'm going to do a very simple one today, and some of you might think this is a yes or no vote. I'm actually going to create a little bit of a weird vote. I'm going to do a vote about when are our corp members available to do what is the best day of their playtime for them to be available to get together to do a fleet up or a um, an event for the corporation. Um, for me, it is normally on a Sunday during non-football seasons. Other days, it would be a Monday or Tuesday. Now, I'm not going to worry about the times of day and stuff like that. This is going to be just a test vote to put out there. And this is a good vote to put out there where you can get a feel for where everybody's at. A lot of times, you might mail out to people and say, tell me when you're most available, and you'll get a long list of things. This is a good way to just kind of get a quick piece of information. You could also do votes like, do you want me as your CEO anymore? Yes or no. Um, is the sky blue? Yes or no. But this one I want to do as just a general feel for everybody's out there. And I think it's something that you could do once a month or so to get a good feel to adjust your calendars and stuff like that in putting out events for everybody. Because why do an event if none of your corp mates can actually join in? So today we're going to propose a vote. Now the weird part here, wait, is this it? Create shares. Aha. So you have different options here that you can choose from. That's interesting. Lock blueprint, unlock blueprint. I'll have to check that out. I'm going to do expel member. Wow. That's an interesting one. Create shares. Got to check that out. We're going to do a general vote. Now, there's going to be how many options? Now, obviously, a yes or no vote would be 2 options. If you're trying to choose a day of the week, we're going to go with 7 options. So we're going to say up to 7. Next. And then I'm going to say Sunday. Oops. And then Monday. Tuesday. You guys get the gist? Wednesday. Thursday. I guess Friday. Saturday. So this is something that can be very useful for people to get for a CEO or somebody who's in charge to get information from the people that are within the corporation, and it shows people are interested in their at looking around at the corporation. So I've got this here. I'm going to go ahead and hit next. Now the title of it will be Prime. What? Event availability. Now, I do not know how large the description is. What day is the best day for you as a corp member? I'm going to put best in capitalists. Capitalist, that's fantastic. We are a corporation. What day is the best day for you as a corp member to participate in a corporation sponsored event? Now, obviously, some people might have every other weekend off, that sort of thing. They might have might work different shifts, work different times. One person might have a Sunday where they're available at night, whereas a Monday, like for me, a Saturday night, I'm usually very available, but I'm usually really tired from work. Sundays, I get a lot of stuff done around the house, but if you tell me a time, I can be there. This, you don't want to get too specific. You just want to get a general feel for what people are going to be saying, and then you can just contact them back. Now, I don't know if this is blind or not. I've never done a vote through here, but I'm going to leave it open for 7 days for anyone who is currently in the corporation or who has it joins it in the future can reply to it. So we're going to hit next. So it's going to give us a general part here. It's a general vote. Sunday, here's the different answers. Event availability. It is there. And we're going to go ahead and click OK. So down here, it pops up. Corporate vote event availability. And I'm hoping all of the current people in the corporation will get this vote. So to actually answer it, so it's got this here. It just sends out an email. I haven't done this yet, so I'm actually learning this on the fly, saying that there is a vote out there. So let's say I don't have the corporation window up, but I did get this message, this mail from me, and it's saying it's there. So when you get that, you would go into the corporation bin, and it now has a general vote here. And now I would just be able to choose one of these. Good, good, good. And my availability best right now, currently, is a Sunday. And that's my vote. So I'm going to propose, and it's all done, I guess. Yeah. I guess that's it. Okay. I guess that's all it is. And then we got closed votes. So in 7 days this will finish. We'll see if anybody else answers it over the course of the next week. Gives them plenty of time. And that is how you can get some information from your corp members. Obviously, there's a lot of different other ways to do it. I would use this for the simplest things that you might want to do. Like, let's say you wanted to increase or decrease the tax rate. Let's say you wanted to get inclusion of people into a mining op. How many people would be interested in that? A lot of different things that you can do, but this is one thing you can do within it. Now, I think as CEO, I'm the only one currently who can propose votes, but I'm betting I can actually give out that ability to other members. So, like I said before, there's a lot of different roles and things like here that you can give people, which once after about a week or so, I might start seeing if anybody's interested in doing a couple of different things. We may want to have a recruiter. We may want to have somebody in charge of production. I don't know. We're going to figure stuff out as we go, and I will keep making videos showing everyone what it's like to start your own corporation from scratch when you don't know what you're doing, like I don't. So that's about it for today, or at least this video. I am sure I'll be playing a lot more today. I'm going to keep doing some career missions to get my skills up and get some ISK. But other than that, hey guys, great day. I will keep you updated on M.I.A once she gets back, and it'll be all good. So fly safe, fly dangerously, fly everything you want. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.